Hello everyone, this is God is Not Mocked. This is going to be my channel's first contribution to YouTube. I felt compelled to post this. I just watched a video by someone calling himself a Fly Geek Brother, and I wanted to start by telling him thank you for posting his video. And I was reading some of the comments. I posted a few comments of my own, and I wanted to start by saying that I am a black woman, an educated black woman, married to an educated black man with no baby mamas, no tattoos, no criminal record, and no drama in his life. He's a godly man, and I love him for that. I was looking for that type of man. I was not looking for a thug. I've never wanted a thug. I think that's a myth that's being perpetrated by the media, and I often hear a lot of the black woman bashers on YouTube talk about how, oh, the shortage of black men, that's a myth perpetrated by the media, but it never occurs to them that black women wanting thugs is a myth perpetrated by the media. They need to understand that when the enemy wants to conquer a people, they don't care how it's done. If they can divide and conquer the black community, they don't care how it's done. We will put you all in jail. We will try to bar you from education. And doggone it, we send all these black men to jail, and when they get out, you still have these women who are putting money on their accounts when they're in jail. They're waiting for them when they come home. They're still laying up with them, having their babies. Well, then we have to do something else, and something else, and something else, until we can get them to permanently turn on each other. You would think that slavery would finally completely divide the black man and black woman, and despite our efforts, they keep finding each other. Well, we just got to find something else to do until we can get them to completely disown one another. Well, from what I'm seeing on YouTube, it's working. You have droves of black men who seem to spend their every waking moment thinking about all of the things that are wrong with black women and how they can shout it out to the world. And there's one guy on here, Sergeant Peter or somebody, he has close to 500 videos about how black women are garbage. To me, that's obsession. That's not you seeing a problem that you feel needs to be addressed. You're obsessed. Because if you feel that strongly about it, leave. Put us down. Walk away. If you feel that strongly about black women or against black women, but 500 videos says that you're obsessed and possibly in pain mentally and emotionally, and that's something that needs to be prayed through, and perhaps some counseling and some pharmaceutical intervention might help. But let me go on to say this. Men like Fly Geek Brother and others, they're being accused of putting black women on a pedestal and claiming that we're perfect. That's not the case. I don't think any of these men would say that black women are perfect. Newsflash, no women are perfect. Even though these men are painting Latino women and white women as these perfect pillars of virtue, wonderful to marry and make children with, no woman is perfect. I think they're just trying to add a little bit of balance to all of the negativity that they see. The thing about thugs, I never wanted a thug. Even when I was in high school and the whole New Jack City thing swept through and thugs and drug dealers were popular, I ran track and I was a cheerleader. I went to my high school with the biggest nerd on campus, and I was thrilled to be there. Why? Because he didn't come up to me at my locker in front of everyone else and, so you got a date for the prom? This 16-year-old sent me a card in the mail telling me that he thought I was beautiful, and that even though he was pretty sure that I already had a date, that he would like to go to the prom with me. And even if I didn't go with him, would I just wave at him across the room? And so I walked up to him in front of everyone on campus, including my quote-unquote popular friends. Yeah, I was one of those. Yeah, I was a cheerleader. And yeah, in front of all the jocks and everyone else, I walked up to him and told him that if he wasn't busy, I would love to be his date. And I took a lot of crap for that. I didn't care then, and I don't care now. My husband was classified as shy, maybe even nerdy. So what? He has a degree. He has a great job. He's a godly man, and he loves his family. And that is what I always wanted. I never wanted a man with earrings. I never wanted a man with tattoos. I never wanted a man with quote-unquote swagger, whatever in the Sam Hill that is. I wanted a good man. I wanted a man who worked, who loved his mother, who knows how to pray, who knows how to come home at night. Good black women don't want thugs. Hood rat chicks want hood rat men. I've yet to see an educated, well-rounded black man chasing a hood rat. And I've yet to see a well-educated, well-rounded black woman chasing a thug. That's a myth. And yes, I believe perpetrated by the media to divide us. And some are ignorant enough to allow it to work. And I want to say this. I know for a fact that men of every race have issues with their women. Because men and women are different. Men and women approach problems differently. They prioritize things differently. And they see the world differently. Given that that is the case, there is going to be conflict. However, I don't see any other race of men in droves on YouTube talking about how their women are garbage and giving out to the world all of the problems that they have with their women. And I'm going to say this, and a lot of people aren't going to like it. Some aren't even going to agree, but it doesn't matter because the truth is the truth whether you accept it or not. Any man of any race, any culture, when you look at their women, and yes, I mean the women of your race, regardless of who you're dating, regardless of who you're married to, when you look at your women, the women that are your color, with your type of eyes, the slant of your eyes, your type of nose, your type of lips, when you look at those women, you are looking at your reflection. Because the woman is the reflection of the man. So when you look into a black woman's eyes and you don't like what you see, it is your reflection that is bothering you. When you look at the black community and you look at black women and you look at black children and you don't like what you see, it is your reflection that is making you sick. The man was created to lead. He was created as the head, as the leader, as the navigator. So when you say that black women are lost and black children are lost and they're flunking out and they're going to jail and black women are crazy, as some would like to say, or they're misguided or they're on the wrong path, guess what? It's because their leader is not leading, because their head is not in place. And when you look at her and you get upset, it's because your conscience is being indicted over your failure to lead, over your failure to keep your community together in one piece. So it's not her that you're angry at, it is yourself. And to all of these black men that feel that they are so great, that they deserve to be with a non-black woman, as if that's some type of accomplishment, where did you come from? Who carried you? Who gave birth to you? Who raised you? And despite your ignorance and your foolishness and your humiliation of black women, who still loves you? Who calls to check on you when you're sick? Who feeds you when you need it? Those are the type of questions that you need to ask yourself. No one of any group or race is all the same. To say all black women are the same is to say that all black men are the same. Do we have some deadbeat losers who don't raise their children, who are in and out of jail? Yes. Do we have some who work hard and come home every day and would rather die than be separated from their children? Yes. Do we have some gold-digging skanky hood rats who'll do anything for $1? Yes. And do we have some hard-working, modest, godly women who love their husbands and love their children and love their families and would die before they would dishonor their people? Yes. What you need is a little balance. Look around. If you keep seeing the same type of woman, maybe you're attracting the same type of woman. It's like a woman who can walk into a room and attract the one man in the room that will abuse her. Does he have a right to abuse her? No. But there's also something wrong with her ability to make good choices. So stop blaming everyone else for your shortcomings. If you want to talk about something, talk about what you can do to improve the situation. Talk about what you can do to improve yourself. Take a class. Create a round table. Read a book. Talk about that. Now that you've gone on and on and on about what's wrong with black women, okay, we heard you the first 500 times. What are you going to do about it? God bless.